3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Lil Shavers Woodshop, LILshavers.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Hello, hello, hello on this beautiful Monday morning going into the afternoon. And guess what, y'all? It's December 1st. And yes, it's also close to my birthday on Saturday. But let me just introduce myself because I know some of you may know me, but some of you don't. I am Commissioner LaToya Rivers for the Town of Huntersville. And I am hosting today on Thrive Here. And guess what? I have a very special guest, somebody who is near and dear to my heart, someone who I have grown up with since forever. But most importantly, she is doing amazing work with the Pottstown Heritage Group. I have the chair of the Pottstown Heritage Group, Miss Stephenie Brown.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? How are you?
I'm good. It's a little chilly.
I know, right? Congratulations on your re-election.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being a part of the ride.
Yes, absolutely.
So I invited you here today because I definitely wanted to talk about the amazing work that Pottstown Heritage Group has been doing within the community, just to give people a background of Pottstown Heritage Group. I know when I first started in my campaign and running back in 2023, a lot of people didn't even really know about the Pottstown community. And so with the Pottstown community being one of the oldest minority neighborhoods in the town of Huntersville, you know, it's a blessing to see the growth, to see the people that have grown and matured and came out of it, but also the nonprofit organizations that have been birthed within, you know, the Pottstown community. Right. So if you could just give us some history of how Pottstown Heritage Group came about and what is your mission? What do you all do?
Well, thank you for having me. That's first off. Well, Pottstown Heritage Group, we came about. We were a part of another nonprofit, and once we were going in different directions. So when we went to start Pottstown Heritage Group, our main focus and our main goal was to restore and revitalize, and with a affordable housing component to it, meaning that we saw the need of the people that weren't getting the resources like a Charlotte does. They have to go all the way to Charlotte or go to Davidson to Ada Jenkins to get certain resources. And we thought that was just too much, or it was just we were just overlooked altogether. We're part of Mecklenburg County, but we're just not a Charlotte. So we saw that need, doing critical home repair, not making the paperwork so difficult to be able so people can apply and not have all the red tape that takes to have a habitat come in, have a rebuild together, which are awesome organizations. But the red tape that it would take for residents in Pottstown to be able to get those resources was just overwhelming. So we saw that need and we wanted to fulfill that need.
One thing I can say is Pottstown community is special, just like the Smithville community and the West End Davidson community. And I think what a lot of people miss with these communities is that a lot of people that own their properties, a lot of the properties are heir properties.
Absolutely.
So can you talk about just kind of like the red tape? I know in working with certain organizations like your Habitat for Humanities and things like and Rebuild Together, again, heir property can be tricky.
It can be very tricky. And with that, we saw that, then we thought, well, let's start bringing in if we can get resources for attorneys that deal in these types of issues that would work with our residents to be able to to bridge that gap, to open that up, and to have a streamlined, successful rate of them being able to get their properties, their air properties, their deeds in order, wills, estate planning, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
because there are a ton of properties that within the Pottstown community that are air properties,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's hard for them to sell, or they get sold, or they're sold to scrupulous developers
Mm-hmm.
to be able, and then they're out and they have no place to go.
Right.
They get a little bit of money for a lot what they have,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that there's money there to be able to save their home and not have to sell to developers or to anybody, and they can continue to live in that home. But it's tricky. We saw that need. We saw that need as well. So we were able to get help from different attorneys to be able to come in to assist those residents with estate planning, to show them how to streamline their deeds, and get all those things in order so they can continue to live in their home.
Okay. So now I will say, people
What will
might
you
say I'm a
say?
little impartial
Absolutely.
because, I've been called Miss Pottstown, and I'll take it. Because again, if I'm gonna put Pottstown on the map, then if that's what it's got
And
to
that's
be,
where you were born and raised.
that's
So
what
you
it's gonna
and you
be.
still continue to live there. So of course,
Exactly.
absolutely, who
Exactly.
would not expect that?
Exactly. But at one point I was a part of the
Absolutely,
organization,
you were.
and I know that there was a lot of scrutiny that came about when you all applied for funding.
Hmm.
I think people, and I'm willing to share, and I hope you are, in how we were actually directed into applying for funding from the town of Huntersville, because we hadn't, at the time when
Hmm.
I was serving alongside you, we didn't know that we could apply for funding from the town of Huntersville.
Other nonprofits actually gave us that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Angels and Sparrows is a wonderful organization, and there's a ton of organizations within the Huntersville area that were very um, just very open to share their information with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when you decided to run and everything, and we were already in the works
Mm-hmm.
of doing that, of
Mm-hmm.
applying.
Yeah.
We did everything that all the other organizations did. We laid out our plan. We laid out our plan. We submitted the application the way it was supposed to be submitted. We gave them everything that they asked for,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where it laid. So, we didn't do anything different. We didn't
Mm-mm.
do any. We didn't go about it any other kind of way. We didn't have any strings. We're like
Brand
in a
new.
year. We weren't even a year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. We were in our infancy, so we just followed the directions the same way we did with the wonderful United Way.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
I think that's what people fail to realize. Like, they didn't even know the background story. They just
right.
assumed that because I served on the board, and then that I once served with PhD.
Mhm.
But, again, they didn't really realize. And we're going to
Yeah,
go
we're
a
some
little
smart
bit deeper.
ladies, and we were able to do the work.
Absolutely. But we're going to go to commercial break, but we're going to come back and finish that conversation.
Absolutely.
Sit tight. We'll be back with more after this on WSIC 1059 100.7 1400 AM. Local starts here.
Well, starting off the weekend, starting off December on a chilly note. Partly cloudy, high temperatures in the upper 40s for our Monday. Seeing increasing clouds, though, as we go into the afternoon and evening. Our Tuesday, just downright going to be a raw day of weather. Got a good chunk of rain on the way. Some of it could be heavy, and temperatures still stay locked into the upper 40s to near 50. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Looking to sell or buy in Huntersville or Lake Norman?
Hi, I'm Jeff Sny, owner and managing broker of Blue Oak Realty Group. Here's the truth. Your needs don't pause for the market. Whether you need more space, less space, or just the right fit, I'll help you create a smart strategy that makes sense for your family and your goals. With over a decade of experience right here in Lake Norman, I know this community, and I treat every client's goals like my own.
Call Jeff today or visit BlueOakRealtyGroup.com. Outstanding service, smart moves. That's Blue Oak Realty Group.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The lighting of the Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 4th in front of the Old County Courthouse. Enjoy holiday songs at 6 p.m., while the countdown to light the tree will be at 6:45. Downtown Statesville has extended shopping and dining hours Thursday for the annual Christmas tree lighting. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. nightly. Opening ceremonies will be on December 4th with their tree lighting on the town green. Enjoy a holiday light show, roving entertainment, an artisan village, a children's craft area, and more. Visit townofdavidson.org for more details. Saturday, the Troutman Christmas Parade begins at 11 a.m. The procession is collecting toys for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program. Click on troutmannc.gov for parade information. The 43rd Annual North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place on Saturday at 1 p.m. The route begins on Main Street in Davidson and ends in Cornelius at Catawba Avenue. Call Davidson's Parks and Rec Department with questions at 704-892-3349. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show Friday through Sunday at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Head to hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
All right, we're back with more from the Town of Huntersville on WSIC 105.9, 100.7, 1400 AM. Local starts here.
All right. You're back with your favorite commissioner, Commissioner Rivers, and
Why not?
Stephenie Brown with the Pottstown Heritage Group. Thank you again for being here.
You're so welcome. So welcome.
And I like to call this candid conversations because we can get very candid with our conversations, although we have to be politically correct.
Absolutely.
But candid at the same time.
I'm learning.
Yes. So we were talking about just the scrutiny that Pottstown Heritage Group had received, that I had received when you all decided to apply for funding.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I wanted to make clear is that when I stepped into the role as commissioner, I actually resigned from my position on the board for Pottstown Heritage Group. I think I won November 3rd. I think by November 4th, I had submitted my resignation documents, and then they were submitted. And then we submitted them to the Secretary of State. And everything was done.
We wanted to make sure that it was, the only bad part about you winning was the fact that you had to leave us. So that was the only downfall of that. But we was extremely happy, extremely proud. And we tried to make sure that once former Mayor Bell informed us like what would have to happen. And shout out to former Mayor Bales and Commissioner Partee. They were just really instrumental in helping with the Heritage Group and guiding us to about telling us about the funding and where and how to apply. But we wanted to make sure that everything was done correctly. We knew you were going to be new. This was all new to all of us, really. So we just, everything that we tried to do in that during that time, we wanted to make sure we did it decent, in order, and correctly. But everybody didn't see it that way, and we had some bumps in the road and some learning curves, and some little hand pops. But there weren't things that we weren't able to get through. Had an amazing attorney that worked with us and still does. That make sure that we're doing everything the correct way, because being new, being a minority, you don't want to be, you want to make sure that everything is correct.
And speaking of that, so so during my campaign trail, and that was my previous campaign, and even this year and this time, I've run into quite a few people who, especially younger kids that, teenagers and young adults that want to start a nonprofit organization. And so I've sat down with a group of young people that are interested in starting a nonprofit organization. And so I was telling them, how you can apply for grants and get the funding other than just focusing on your local government. There are grants and things out there that are actually curated for the specific needs of your nonprofit organization. I know that you are the grants whisperer. For PhD. So can you just kind of just give us some insight on that process of
It's hard, and thank you, Rachel Swift, our former chair, because Rachel was really, really, we work really hard together.
Yes.
And it's not easy to apply, and we were self-taught, and again, shout out to United Way, because when they have these grassroots organizations that just come out of nowhere, and they see that there's a huge need and they want to branch out, they were very instrumental in assisting us in classes, making sure that we understood reporting, giving us funding, and that we weren't ever thinking that would happen from an organization as big as United Way, just with us just starting out. So those classes and those trainings that United Way gives to their grassroots organizations, and their ongoing trainings are just phenomenal. And if you do the work, it's gonna come. It's just gonna take time. So don't look for, big 30, 40, 50, 70, $80,000 grants, and you're not really prepared on how to run it. You have to immerse yourself in those classes, learning mentorships with different other organizations, listening, following directions, and just absorbing everything in order for it to be successful.
Absolutely. And I will say too, what I loved about how Pottstown Heritage Group was so organic in building relationships. And that came from, going to those meetings with United Way, because you got to meet other or different people from different organizations. But there were some things I know that we worked with for the struggle. They assisted with the estate planning. What was the other one? She built this city, who came in, and I think they worked on 15 houses?
Yeah.
And that was their nonprofit organization, but that was building relationships, because not only did they come in and do work for us, we also introduced them to other communities like the Smithfield community and the West End Davidson community. So it is about building relationships
and sharing.
You have to be able to share in this nonprofit world and industry, because it's vital. And it's not a guarantee that the government is going to continue to fund nonprofit organizations. So it is about networking and building relationships.
Absolutely. What I think about the most, especially and with the Town of Huntersville, has been very instrumental in helping us, continue with our mission and continue with our work. And we appreciate that so much. There's people that don't support.
Which I do not vote, by the way. I do not get to vote on PhD money
Absolutely.
funding. So let me just say that.
She recuses herself every single time when it comes
to know
to
that, please. Put that on every social media platform. Commissioner Rivers, when it comes to Pottstown Heritage Group, she does not vote. She recuses herself. You can ask the town attorney, town manager, everybody. I promise. Thank you. That is it.
Well, thank you for the disclaimer. in full disclosure.
Thank you.
But it's important for municipalities to support the local nonprofits, because we do the things that I think people put too much stock in what the town can do,
Mm-hmm.
and what they're able, and they want to lay it everything on the town.
Mm-hmm.
But there's things that they can't reach. There's people that they can't reach.
Mm-hmm.
There's opportunities there for you to be able for the town, because everybody's a taxpayer. That's the main thing that everybody screams, my tax dollars.
Please say that one more time for the
Everybody's
people
a taxpayer, and we have a 90-year-old resident in Pottstown that has worked her whole life in that area, and she deserves to be given to the town, and she deserves to have an opportunity for the town to give back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has made a sufficient dent in being a tax-paying citizen, and not
Please
only
say that again. No, just joking.
in the town of Huntersville, as well as they pay Huntersville tax, they pay Mecklenburg County tax. So Mecklenburg County supports nonprofits, gamuts.
Yes.
There seems to be no
issues.
no issues, but when the town of Huntersville has always supported nonprofits, and then it seemed apparent that once we put our application in and did our thing, that then it just seems like everybody was, and then the internet too, because it just seems it became a thing to be able to now, oh my God, I don't want my tax dollars spent, and well, it is. And it should.
Yeah, and I will say that the scrutiny did not come from the town; it came from the residents, which is so disheartening.
Well, very few, but
very few, yeah.
But it's okay.
It is,
because at the end of the day, to be able to do the town can't do all the work to support all its citizens, and that's what a nonprofit does. It doesn't just develop and you're just giving them money and they're not in it, and it's for a purpose. And the purpose is to be able to help those citizens that they can't, because y'all are busy doing other things.
Right.
So it's important for municipalities all over to make sure that those nonprofits, they're not paying us. Trust me, I get out of bed every single day
and
go to work.
Thank you.
A real job. So it's not supporting my lifestyle.
That part. Let me say, you got to have love for what you're doing, for what, because God knows you definitely got to have love for your community.
Absolutely.
Even sometimes when it's hard, you're like, wait a minute.
Yes, because I get up every day at 5 a.m. I'm out the door at 6:45. I'm taking my daughter to CSD or taking her to catch the bus. And then I'm headed to work.
Yes.
Between Charlotte and Rock Hill. So I don't understand. So it's not supporting any of our lifestyles.
Not even.
We're not even big enough for it to be able to. Now, some nonprofits, they do this. They have full time. But for us, it's just we're here for the community. We're not here to gain anything. I don't make no money off of this. I promise you. And nobody that's a part of Pottstown Heritage Group does.
Well, thank you for making that clear.
Very clear.
We're getting ready to go into a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear about all the fascinating things that Pottstown Heritage Group has done and what they are going to do, and some exciting news that is coming up.
You live here, you work here, you thrive here. It's Thrive Here Live, sponsored in part by Blue Oak Realty Group. Back with more, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, starting off the weekend, starting off December on a chilly note. Partly cloudy, high temperatures in the upper 40s for our Monday. Seeing increasing clouds, though, as we go into the afternoon and evening. Our Tuesday, just downright going to be a raw day of weather. Got a good chunk of rain on the way. Some of it can be heavy, and temperatures still stay locked into the upper 40s to near 50. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Looking to sell or buy in Huntersville or Lake Norman?
Hi, I'm Jeff Snide, owner and managing broker of Blue Oak Realty Group. Here's the truth. Your needs don't pause for the market. Whether you need more space, less space, or just the right fit, I'll help you create a smart strategy that makes sense for your family and your goals. With over a decade of experience right here in Lake Norman, I know this community, and I treat every client's goals like my own.
Call Jeff today or visit blueoakrealtygroup.com. Outstanding service. Smart moves. That's Blue Oak Realty Group.
Harrison's knows the work doesn't stop just because the temperatures drop. Load up on the warmest workwear and toughest work boots from Ariat, Carhartt, Brunt, and more. Harrison's will keep you working warm all winter long. Come see us in Mooresville or harrisonsusa.com.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
Looking for an upscale night out? Welcome to Ben 110 in Cornelius, Lake Norman's destination for great drinks, great vibes, and live music. With over 500 whiskeys, 100 wines, a full craft cocktail list, and Small Plates Kitchen, we built something special. Enjoy live music every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, monthly comedy nights, and curated wine and whiskey tastings. Ben 110, where your night becomes the main event. Find us at 19712 1 Norman Boulevard, Suite 110 in Cornelius.
Jay White here from Central Line of Realty. We're right in the center of North Carolina, and we put you at the center of everything we do. If you're selling a home, buying a home, or adding doors to your rental portfolio, put the team at Central Line of Realty to work for you. Go to centrallineofrealty.com and let's get started.
Hey folks, you know Randy Marion is the king of price when it comes to buying a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle, but how about king of price when it comes to the service department? Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville has you covered on tires, brakes, batteries, wipers, you name it. Any service you need on your vehicle, regardless of the make or model, come see Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville Service Department or Randy Marion Ford Lincoln Service Department today.
Hello. Yes, I'm Andrea, the owner of Spotless Cleaning. Today I'm calling you to help you finish your Christmas shopping. My grandparents in Brazil taught me perfect gifts do not clutter and do not require dusting. But I will tell you, the perfect gifts does this for you. Have our trained technicians wrapped under your tree this year. Well, you know what I mean. Gift cards. Give time and Christmas sparkle for all of 2026. Spotless Cleaning and Seed.com.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Stocks, especially tech stocks, are following Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies lower this morning. The cryptocurrency Bitcoin down more than 7% right now. We also have some downbeat economic data this morning. U.S. factory activity shrinking in November by the most in 4 months as orders weakened, indicating manufacturers are struggling to break free from an extended period of difficulty. Silver and copper, meantime, levitating at new record highs today, and investors are also keeping close watch on the Fed. President Trump says he's decided on his pick for the next Federal Reserve chair. Some sources say the president's chief economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, is seen as a likely choice. And we could see record online sales this Cyber Monday. Adobe Analytics estimating U.S. shoppers will spend more than $14 billion online today. That is more than 6% than last year. We could see deals today on electronics and apparel of as much as 30%. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, we're back with more from the Town of Huntersville on WSIC 105.9, 100.7, 1400 AM. Local starts here.
All right, and we're back again with your favorite commissioner, Commissioner Rivers.
Why not?
Why not? Well, Stephenie, we got another special guest that joined us.
Yes.
All right, so we have Leonard King, who is also a part of the Pottstown Heritage Group. Welcome, Leonard.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for you all having me.
Okay, and just we want to know, so what is your title with Pottstown Heritage Group, and how long have you been a part of Pottstown Heritage Group?
Okay, I currently serve as secretary. This is year 3. I've been a part of, a lot of different programs within the community, but especially with the PHG, it's a part of my legacy in which, LaToya and I, that's my aunt, we have owned land in that community for 128 years. And, I grew up in that community. I moved away, for career and school and things like that. But just being back and being a part of that community is so much history and, just making sure that we preserve a legacy, with everything happening rapid growth within Huntersville. You know, Huntersville is no longer the small town that I knew growing up,
Right.
but I mean, I'm excited for the change and things like that. So just being a part of Pottstown Heritage Group has allowed me to, you know, get out there and do the community work, in which I've always been, you know, a community worker.
Oh,
One
I
of my
know.
mantras in life, you know, is to make meaning, and I've always tried to follow that. And with PHG, with Habitat with Humanity, we've done projects, that back to school rally, which was phenomenal, and just teaming up with JM Alexander with that on the back end and being able to provide electronics for, you know, disadvantaged youth has just been phenomenal. But I just love being a part of PHG. It's in my blood, you know, exit 23. So yeah.
All right. Well, welcome, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Well, Leonard kind of touched on what I was getting ready to go into.
But I was just gonna say that between the three of us,
Yes.
we are LaToya and I are fifth generation Pottstown, and Leonard's sixth.
Yes.
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 Because he's the next.
He is the
next over.
Yes.
So we have very strong ties to the community. We just didn't come here and just start thinking, oh my gosh, my mother was born and raised in Pottstown.
Yes.
My grandmother, my great grandmother, my 3 times great grandfather.
Yes.
So it's just it's not a thing where we just was like, oh gosh, you know what? No, I lived in Baton Rouge the majority of my life. I've lived here actually longer than I lived in the town that in Baton Rouge where I was born.
Wow.
So, but I spent all my summers here.
Yes.
I was their summer camp. I was Toya's summer camp counselor. I made them do plays and dance and do everything.
And we used to do that in the Torrance Lighter School.
Right.
We used to go practice in the Torrance Lighter School.
Absolutely. And all the
Yes.
asbestos and everything. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised we still alive.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a mesothelioma lawsuit going on or whatever. Oops, sorry.
Exit 23 strong.
Yes. So it's just it's a very we still go to the same church.
Yes.
I mean, it's the church that my grandmother went to, my mother went to. So and when
Right.
my mother moved back here and when she left Louisiana and decided to come back home, it wasn't too long after she came back that I followed. And grew in the house that I have a 70-year-old sister that still lives in our family home. So it's very important to us to put that out there that this wasn't just something that we decided to wake up and do.
Right.
Our parents, our grandparents, they were already working in the community.
Absolutely.
They were already doing the things in the community. Miss Winston, Miss BJ's, Mildred Lynch, Catherine Brown. They were already doing Miss Barbara
Helen
Ann,
Brown,
Helen
yeah.
Brown.
Yes.
Everybody was already doing these things in the community
Yeah.
when it wasn't really a thought for us.
Right. Right.
So we just want to make sure that people understand that we see it. We're getting older. I'm older than the both of you. And we know now, it's an understanding now that how important it is to continue our family's history, our family's legacy, and to keep those names in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think, I'm happy that both of you touched on that because I'll never forget my uncle saying it's time for the younger generation to step up. We're getting older. So at what point are you all going to care? Because at one point, it was almost as if you wouldn't have this to come back home to, or you wouldn't have home to come back to.
Yes.
So it's time. And so I am grateful for the lessons and the blessings because I had a home to come back to. I got a
Generational
home,
wealth.
generational
Yes.
wealth.
We have it.
And that is what it's about, building that generational wealth. We all want those opportunities to do that. And so it's important that we had the estate planning to be able to keep people able to age in place.
Yes.
Right. For me, I think growing up here, seeing the things I've seen, this was one of the first places that I actually seen entrepreneurs and Black entrepreneurs.
Yep. Let's talk about it because I
Yeah.
think people forget about that.
My
too.
Emma,
Yes.
Miss Emma Sloan, who lived to be 100 and how old
She
did
was
my-
like 101, 102. Mm-hmm.
My Emma was the she had a
boss.
business.
Yeah.
And she worked that business and
Yes.
she made sure she picked us up. We went to Bible school
Mhm.
at the Presbyterian church, things like that. Miss May Cheryl, they had your aunt.
My aunt
They
Lena,
had
Aunt
bu-
Wesley, they
these
had
were,
the store.
These were
The
some of the
first-
first people that I seen
Yeah.
that had businesses
Yes.
that were that it resonates with me every time. That's like they had a business.
But
And I
even
didn't
Main
real-
Street.
right?
Main
with,
Street.
yeah, with Mr. Cornegay
Yeah.
and
My
all-
godmother,
yes.
Christine Chisholm.
And our
and-
great uncle with the cleaning business.
Yeah,
Yes.
Uncle
all that,
Sylvester had the cleaning
So
business.
we
like that,
had
yeah.
entrepreneurs. We know what that looked like,
Yes.
and to be able to have that foundation, to be able to follow in that footstep, or just to have that, to know that we see somebody that's like us,
Yes.
that has these things, that are doing these things, even if it was considered a small scale,
Mhm.
it was being done.
It was being done.
and
Absolutely.
everybody in the
Yes.
community, not just Black people, but everybody supported that.
Mhm.
I have pictures of my grandmother taking care of the Smith children
Mhm.
in the Smith house,
Mhm.
Wow.
and it came full circle because when Miss Smith got sick and my mother moved back to Huntersville, Miss Linda asked my mother, "Will you please take care of my mother?" Because she
Mm.
lived in Raleigh.
Mhm.
Wow.
So it's so many things that we were able to see that brought the whole community together on both sides.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing for us to see when we went to the Hugh Torrance house
Yes.
Mhm.
that our grandmother,
Mhm.
my grandmother, his
My
great
great-grandmother.
grandmother, her father,
Mhm.
they came from the Hugh Torrance.
Yes.
You know?
Sharecroppers. Yes.
So as sharecroppers, so to know that we're here, but we came here, and
Mhm.
and my grandmother was able to purchase and own the
Mhm.
land
Yes.
that we're on,
Mhm.
and then my grandfather and his
His family,
siblings
yeah.
had the property across the street, and
Mhm.
and to be able again
Mhm.
to create that generational wealth
Mhm.
Yes.
at a time where Black people weren't even allowed to vote. Black
Absolutely.
people didn't even have an opinion,
Right.
really. So to know that, I think people miss the point. And again, when I hear people say, "Oh, she's just about Pottstown," no, I'm not just about Pottstown. But if I'm gonna push my community up, yeah, I'm gonna push Pottstown
Absolutely.
up
Because that's where I'm
because
from.
that's where I'm from.
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Right?
Why not?
But I am for all of Huntersville
Right.
because
Almost
I've seen the
definitely.
growth of Huntersville. I've lived the growth of
Mhm.
Huntersville. I remember Cashins. I remember Mr. Neal's Drug. So
No, you
all-
remember Handy Andy.
yes, absolutely not Cashins. My bad, Handy. But those were the things that we remember. So, but when we come back, y'all, I promise we are going to
Yes.
talk about all the exciting things that Pottstown Heritage Group has done. We're going to talk about what you guys have coming down the pipe. I'm excited.
Yes.
I think I gotta buy me a new dress. Like
do.
that'll give
You
me a
do.
reason to buy me a
You
new
do.
dress.
You
You do. You do.
So we will talk about that in a few, but we are about to head into commercial break. And stay tuned and stay with us. We're coming back.
You live here, you work here, you thrive here. It's Thrive Here Live, sponsored in part by Blue Oak Realty Group. Back with more, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, starting off the weekend, starting off December on a chilly note. Partly cloudy, high temperatures in the upper 40s for our Monday. Seeing increasing clouds, though, as we go into the afternoon and evening. Our Tuesday, just downright going to be a raw day of weather. Got a good chunk of rain on the way. Some of it can be heavy, and temperatures still stay locked into the upper 40s to near 50. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The lighting of the Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 4th in front of the Old County Courthouse. Enjoy holiday songs at 6 p.m., while the countdown to light the tree will be at 6:45. Downtown Statesville has extended shopping and dining hours Thursday for the annual Christmas tree lighting. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. nightly. Opening ceremonies will be on December 4th with their tree lighting on the town green. Enjoy a holiday light show, roving entertainment, an artisan village, a children's craft area, and more. Visit townofdavidson.org for more details. Saturday, the Troutman Christmas Parade begins at 11 a.m. The procession is collecting toys for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program. Click on troutmannc.gov for parade information. The 43rd annual North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place on Saturday at 1 p.m. The route begins on Main Street in Davidson and ends in Cornelius at Catawba Avenue. Call Davidson's Parks and Rec Department with questions at 704-892-3349. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now and runs through January 4th. The drive-through holiday light show features more than 5 million lights circling the iconic oval, pit road, and infield road course. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets and information on Speedway Christmas. Join the Hickory Christmas Show to kick off the holiday season. Start a new family tradition with a visit to the show Friday through Sunday at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Head to hickorychristmasshow.com for more information. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Jack Frost loves catching unprepared homes. A furnace that sputters, a heat pump that strains, it's his playground. Beat him to it with a fall maintenance check from Horn Heating and Air Conditioning. Fall into the season of ah. Visit hornhvac.com, where your comfort is our business.
Looking to sell or buy in Huntersville or Lake Norman?
Hi, I'm Jeff Snide, owner and managing broker of Blue Oak Realty Group. Here's the truth. Your needs don't pause for the market. Whether you need more space, less space, or just the right fit, I'll help you create a smart strategy that makes sense for your family and your goals. With over a decade of experience right here in Lake Norman, I know this community, and I treat every client's goals like my own.
Call Jeff today or visit blueoakrealtygroup.com. Outstanding service, smart moves. That's Blue Oak Realty Group.
All right, we're back with more on the Town of Huntersville on WSIC 105.9, 100.7, 1400 AM. Local starts here.
And we're back with your favorite commissioner, Commissioner LaToya Rivers. Yes, that is me. And I am here with Pottstown Heritage Group, Stephenie Brown, and Leonard King. Yes. And so we left off and we were talking about legacy and the importance and why, right? Yes. But now let's talk about what do you all do? What have y'all done? Because people, they be like, okay, we gave him this money. Let's put your money where your mouth is. Like, what you do?
We appreciate the money.
We do.
So
Yes.
we're able to continue the work. We've done over the course of our existence, we've been able to provide ramps for repair, actually, and put full ramps and do full porch repairs, electrical repairs, anything critical that involves you being able to stay in your home and live comfortably. We've been able to assist those residents that go on our site. We walk them through the process of filling out the application, and me planning the projects so they're able to go forward and meet those needs that those residents have. So, and Leonard, you go ahead and talk about
what haven't we done. Let's start with Rock the Block. That was one of my favorite initiatives, in which we cleaned up, which was crucial.
And who did you partner with on that?
Oh, she built the city Habitat as well, and she built the city, and then it's another
For the Struggle.
Yeah, For the Struggle as
you
well.
all did the estate planning.
Yeah, estate planning. But with that being said, that was one of my favorite initiatives in which just helping seniors actually clean out. Because I know as people age and things like that, it's hard, especially owning a home, cleaning out garages and things like that, and just cleaning the community as a whole from an environmental standpoint. Also,
Tell me about the back to school rally.
that was one of my favorites as well. Just being able to partner with the David B. Waymer as well, and then J.M. Alexander, and also a phenomenal nonprofit slash company that's up and coming. They were the providers of the actual laptops and things like that we were
Okay.
able to give disadvantaged youth, which was phenomenal. Like going back to school, especially with this generation, everything is tech. And, some families aren't able to purchase, the actual tablets and things like that for their children. And that could hinder the child, going forth throughout the school year from an educational standpoint. And we donated, 150, if I'm not mistaken, 150
Okay.
tablets, partnering with that company.
Clothes,
Shoes, yeah.
Vans was a
Huge vendor.
Okay.
Yes, Lowe's as well, Old Navy,
And I hate I missed
Nike.
it. I was out of
Yes.
town, but I hate I missed it. But I saw the pictures and it looked phenomenal.
Yes.
And now there was an event you all just had. You hosted, and y'all had y'all had some good chili. Listen.
Thank you, Mimi Peterson.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to Mimi. Mimi,
So we
thank
do
you.
an annual what is it?
Tailgate.
Tailgate. So the Panthers were playing, I think, San Francisco. I don't know. But we
She's
do,
a Saints fan.
Yes, she is.
So we do an
Die hard.
annual tailgate. This was our third year, and we're right there on the corner of Holbrook and Central, in the heart of Across the Hill.
Mhm.
And we did this one. This one we had a chili bar,
Mm.
and promise no taxpayers' money was involved.
None.
So we reach out to the community members, and they are amazing in wanting to make sure that this is successful, because even though it was a little chilly, we did the bonfire.
Yes.
We had the chili bar, and we had the
Hot chocolate. It
hot
was
chocolate.
phenomenal.
And we had a TV that was loaned to us, and the toolkit, the people at Toolkit, they loaned us a generator. They let us have a generator, not half, but use the generator in order for us to be able to put this on and continue the tradition of bringing the community together through football.
Okay. And that was cool. Like I had a good time. So now I know in the past you all have had like a community resource fair.
Yes.
Which was really cool. You brought in some resources with Mecklenburg County.
Yes,
correct.
Through,
Atrium.
the health
Atrium,
department,
yes.
Atrium. So you guys have done a lot of work.
Yes.
And still doing it, right?
Most definitely.
And we don't get paid.
Exactly.
With any taxpayers' dollars.
No, none whatsoever. Say that again.
And we all have experience with
Nonprofits. We've all been
going way back.
Yes. I've been a part of different nonprofit organizations.
Right.
So it's just, again, when this opportunity to be able to do this, it was a no-brainer. So we've also done the like you said, we did the expo. We do that every year. We've done the what is it? We've adopted 2 streets.
Yes.
Yeah,
in the
and Leonard got a whole street in Charlotte when he used to live in Charlotte.
Yes, because I'm a Charlotte Rotarian as well. I've served on young professionals of the chamber. Like I said, I've been doing the work for years throughout Mecklenburg County and other states. So
kudos to y'all though.
Thank you.
To have that experience and the background. Stephenie, I know you served on the first Affordable Housing Task Force for the Town of Huntersville.
Yes.
So,
and I appreciate Mirabelle's asking me to do that. I've worked in affordable housing for over years and still continue to work in affordable housing right now. And it's just, it's interesting, and it was great to be a part of that because it brought people together that really did not understand affordable housing and what it meant. All they knew was new, or all they knew is buying. They didn't really understand that doesn't and who those people are. That all people think when they say affordable housing is Section 8, and what that brings, and it's not true. It does. It has a it just is attached to that because it is it's part of affordable housing, but it's not everything that it encompasses. And people account for certain race and certain genders to be or backgrounds to be a part of affordable housing, and that's not the case. So it was a great experience to be able to get at the table with some of the people that were a part of the task force to give them a better understanding of what affordable housing is and what it looks like and who and what we can do to try to make it better for Huntersville.
Absolutely.
But we're going to go back into what we're going to be doing.
Right. Yes.
We don't have much time.
That's right. Because I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, okay. So next Friday. On December the 12th.
Yes.
Y'all have an exciting event that I got to go buy a dress for. So let's talk about it. What y'all got coming up?
Deck the Souls.
Deck the Souls.
Yes, at Cedar Grove, the historic Cedar Grove, which is going to be a phenomenal event in which we are pretty much raising money so we can continue to do the work. As Stephenie mentioned, we put our blood, sweat, and tears. We have real careers. Like by day, she's with the task force. I'm a senior project manager. She's commissioner. She's social worker. It's a lot,
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of our time, and we want to continue to serve the community, as a whole, and keep this thing going. So please, please, please join us. Tickets are $50, in which it includes cocktails. If you haven't been to the historic Cedar Grove plantation, it's beautiful. I mean, the layout, the spread, and we're going all out. Wear your flyest gear
and cutest kicks, right?
Yes, and your cutest kicks. And
because I love me a little 6-inch heel, but since I ain't got to wear no heel, I can wear sneakers.
Yes, you can go with the sneaker as well. But please, please show up. Huntersville, Charlotte, surrounding areas, Cornelius, Davidson, just come and support.
And if you can't come, then please
donate.
Go to our website. Yes, absolutely. Go to our website. Go to my page, Leonard's page, Rachel Swift's page, Mr. Emmanuel Allen's page.
Yes.
And
if you could, what is the website? If you could give us that information.
Our website is www.pottstownheritage.org.
Okay. Yes. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. So please come out on December 12th. Support Pottstown Heritage Group.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal group, as you have heard today. We want to keep the legacy alive. We want to continue to build generational wealth. We want to continue to revitalize and save the community, a historic community within the town of Huntersville.
And we're having our tree lighting as well. We have, I can't give you the date, but just be looking out for that.
Okay, absolutely. Well, again, I want to thank you all.
Thank you.
For taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me and chill with your favorite commissioner.
I'm headed back to work.
Yes.
Right.
We all are.
Exactly.
We all are, right?
Yes.
But thank you both. Thank you for just educating the community and the town about Pottstown Heritage Group.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal organization. And I look forward to seeing the future of Pottstown Heritage Group.
We are too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, to all my listeners out there, do not forget every Monday live at 11 o'clock, WSIC. We are going to thrive here. Not with me next week, but in the future you will. But I'm sure Commissioner Quarles, who also thinks he's the favorite, will probably be back next week. You all take care. Have a great one and enjoy. Stay warm.